Sweet relief, right? Right, sheepdog? I got my buckets of dihydrogen monoxide right here. I've got a sacrificial lid below the 5 gallon going into a 6 gallon. And I'm going to see how many shots I can get before my experimentation goes completely awry. Most of the rotten range is completely gone. I'm sure after next hunting season, or someone slaughters a cow out here, maybe a little different. But we got right here, this is a new addition. Not the target, but the refrigerator. Now, this I'm not gonna lie, this stuff pisses me off. I hate, don't come drop your crap out in the middle of nowhere. This is public land. We want to use this for years to come. Well, Redfish, you got your bow and arrow?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if you can, get a dead ringer right in the bullseye right there. Hey, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Maybe just a couple inches off. Whoa, dang, you better go get those before you lose them. I think I got 5.3 grains. Try to get a good crimp, as good of a crimp on there as I could, and the 125 grain XTPs. And so what I'm really hoping to do is with this little teeny gun with the 1 7/8 barrel, that I can get these things to perform better than what I have been with all the other powders I've been using. And then I came across just a grundle of these. These, I believe, are Winchester silver tips. And I don't know, I don't think they're very heavy bullets. I don't really know much about these, although they are pretty dang cool looking. So we're going to test some of these out, I hope, if we got enough after I do the 125 grain testing. And if we even have enough there, we might test these out. Don't really know what these little thumpers are, but I do believe these are factory loads. And I'll be honest, if this does work, I'd be surprised. You know, the hard part is out of these little snubbies, it's just really hard to get that power pushing with these bullets hard enough to actually do something. Also, in dihydrogen monoxide, it has its disadvantages and sometimes won't open things up. It just doesn't have the resistance. So my guess, that'll just act like a full metal jacket bullet. And then we might try out a few of these herders. These are a semi-jacketed 158 grain semi-wad cutter. So right below that crimp right there, it's got a jacket going down. These are old. I tried cleaning off all the scudge off these things. I can't even remember what I loaded these things up with. I loaded these I downloaded these pretty good. They got 4.1 grains of bullseye. But that's probably what, from the 60s or 70s, I'm guessing. So I don't think Herders made bullets, but I think Norma made some for them, and other manufacturers. I think it was just whatever he could get to get people to make cheap bullets. But anyway, they should work, and whether or not they work, you ain't gonna outrun it. So anyway, we're gonna test those out as well. Well, let's get the silver tips done real quick. Son of a diddly! Dang it! I knew it was a possibility, but I was hoping. Dang it! Ah, crap. It's an accepted casualty. I thought I was, the other bucket, it was pretty toast, but this one right here, it's just a garbage bucket, and I've got a replacement for it right now that just came in, so I wasn't too worried, but I thought I could get a few more shots into this. Dang it! Since we're here, let's get these out. This is really what I was hoping for and expecting. Now, I wasn't expecting this to be like what you get out of shooting 357 Magnum and this same bullet. But this, for a little snub nose 38 special, that is excellent. I did want to shoot a couple, just to see a little bit of consistency. I would have shot one more, but that wasn't in the books today. We've got other things we'll test it on, but I am super happy, and that's pretty consistent. I found with like 700X, sometimes I could get it to expand, never quite this good, and then other times I couldn't. That was a very, very position sensitive powder, and as well as unique. Now this one right here, that is, honestly, that's pretty disappointing. All of that is like, there's something weird about this. I don't even know how to explain it. That does not feel 158 grain to me, but maybe it is. So I didn't bring my Crony, didn't really think about that. Really disappointing. So I'm sure that out of a rifle or longer barreled pistol, this might do well. I would hope so. But out of a little shorty, you know, better than a stick in the eye. Man, that really, that's awesome. Well, I should say this. It's still, that did impact pretty good. So that one, it did go all the way through. So this is 6 gallons. And it did hit the bottom of the bucket and kind of crack it. And it hit with enough force to cause that hydrostatic shock. I don't know. Someone corrected me on that one. Whoa! Did you just, is that your last 2 shots? Woo! Nice. I'm gonna say it's a little better than the last time I was watching. Good work, good work. Well, we'll take that back and weigh it. I guarantee it's got 100% weight retention on it. I've got to do some research because I didn't think these were in the 158 grain range. They seem they look to be about the size of 158 grain. So anyway, well, I got a little bit more experimenting. I guess we could shoot. I got some other things we could shoot at. We'll see if we can capture another one. I don't expect much different. But, oh, I got to show you. Look at this treasure I found right here. What in the world? Who leaves 30 breaths just laying around? There were a few that are good enough. So, got some extensive testing to do. And as you can see, we got ourselves some nuclear processed chocolate milk. That stuff will be shelf stable for quite a while. But anyway, there's a few things I don't do, and one of those is mess around with dairy products that are expired, especially by a lot. And then we got ourselves some Sunny D. Now you wouldn't think that stuff would expire. I actually first was like, November 2021, that ain't that big of a deal. It's just sugar water. I was wrong. My kids are right. I guess it tasted like Garbaggio. And before any of you tell me chocolate's bad for dogs, this little pup is eating pounds of it. So if it is bad for him and it's going to kill him, it probably would have done it long before now. Well, the last one didn't work at all, other than it did show that little 125 grain XTP did penetrate through all that. I thought it captured it, but it didn't. And now that I did this, yeah, doesn't even go all the way through. This is bull crap. Oh, wait. Maybe she did. I don't know if she's in here. Oh, yeah. Captured it. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Looks like I didn't keep it quite straight with that top row. But I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna shoot that silver tip at it. Shot that silver tip, shot a little lower than I wanted to. So that punctured through here. Both of them came through. That first one to hit here, and that second one hit right there. So I think we both got them in there. And then this milk jug still got some life in it, but it's got a little teeny hole. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna flip that up and over and hope that there's enough milk in some of those to slow that down for the what I think is 158 grain flat point. This is kind of what I was expecting. Just go right through. I don't think there was enough in here to really slow it down, but dang it. I'm a little iffy on the effectiveness of this strung out roll with Sunny D and what really will happen, but hey, we're gonna give it the good old American try right here. Oh, it got me. I've been splattered by the juice. This is the worst setup, just so you know, known to man. I'm laying in the gravel over here, trying to get low enough to shoot this, just because I had this stupid whim, I guess. But look at this. We hit that Sunny D. It's coming through. You can see its path of destruction. You can see its path of destruction by the empty bottles. Okay, it has hit into here. We may have caught it into here. So you got about 9, 18. Holy crap! So that's got some good penetration in it. Let's dang. All right, we're gonna try one of those herders out and see if we can get it on this other side of unhit Sunny Delight. It's probably redneckery at its maybe third best, but dang, that's good stuff right there. That bullet, that one I loaded pretty low for its weight and everything, so I'm actually still pretty impressed with what it can do. It shows what a slow, heavy moving bullet can do. So that one went through 9 of these bottles and looks like it got caught in the 10th bottle right there. Dang, if that ain't good, I don't know what is. I think I'm gonna shoot one more of these 125 grainers. I don't know why. So I guess that is number 10. So I guess when we shot this, shoot, I just dropped it in that other. There it is. Oh, that looks so good, doesn't it? And that's what expired Sunny D looks like. Oh, you know those times in your life when you start rethinking your life choices? This is one of them. And I did notice that even Sheepdog isn't drinking the Sunny D. Oh, I guess that crimp groove was right above. I couldn't remember, been a little bit since I did it, but shot well, and for shooting 10 feet away, it was shooting pretty accurate. I'll take it. So I guess it did make it into this one. That's what I was forgetting. And then when we shot it with the XTP, that force blew that bullet right out. Easy to find. Then, yep, we did. That came out of there, went in here, came out there. So we're not going to get that one. All right, and now what we need to do, we need to find, oh, it's in this one. Gotta get both in. That's nasty. Yeah, my daughter's first, she's like, Dad, this stuff's expired. I'm like, no, that's not expired. Okay. Shoot. Oh, so I was kind of expecting these to be 158 grains. So that is, I'll have to measure that.
What this world needs is a few more rednecks. Some people ain't afraid to take a stand. And what this world needs
See what I
is a
just
little
saw?
more respect.
Let's go get it.
People ain't afraid to take a stand.
Oh, it's gross.